everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today's video we are going to be talking about all things Big Brother, like rumors, gossip, updates, stuff like that. So if that's the kind of video that you like, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. Every summer I cover all things Big Brother, so, well, like amongst other things. So if that's your jive, then hit that subscribe. I'm so funny. Okay, so you guys, for like the last half of June, first half of July, all of us Big Brother YouTubers, we were talking about how the house guests and the all-stars were on their way to being sequestered and all of that. We swore Davon and Dan were being held somewhere, quarantined, all that kind of stuff, which they do every summer with the cast. They always do a 2-week quarantine sequester thing-a-majig, and they're usually at a hotel. And we swore up and down that people like Janelle and Dan and Davon were probably being sequestered. Turns out they weren't, but that's okay. We're not always right. But there are rumors going on that it will happen on Monday. So mark our calendars. Make sure by Monday we are looking at everyone's social media, because rumor has it that it will be on Monday, that the house guests will be escorted away and taken to wherever they end up. I have also heard that the crew will be staying on the lot, like in trailers. And that is how they're going to be doing it. It's going to be like one crew 1 month and then another crew the other month. And, you know, they'll be swapping here and there, you know, sequestered, or I mean quarantined at one point and then brought back to the set, and then the next group comes in, that kind of situation. So like on rotation. So that is what's going on for Big Brother All-Stars. I'm told that it is still happening for sure, and that the house guests will be in their sequester or quarantine, what have you, whatever you want to call it, on Monday. Like they're leaving for it on Monday. I've heard like conflicting rumors that they will have their cell phones and then that they won't. So just because we might see someone tweeting, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not sequestered or they're not being quarantined off in Hollywood somewhere, because it's very likely that they will still have their phones. So we shall see. Hey you guys, so I'm editing this video and I totally realized that I forgot to talk about Jeff. Duh. So Jeff actually is MIA right now. People are speculating that he is going to be on the All-Star season. Jordan did make a post. Let me read it to you guys. She said, Jeff got a small part in a movie and leaving us for a little bit to film. I don't know what Lawson's going to do without his dad. These two are inseparable. I have a lot of things planned while he's gone. And there's more to it. I'll screenshot it for you guys, obviously. But I did forget to mention that. And to be honest, if he is on the season, I'm going to be really pissed off. I can't stand Jeff Schroeder. He is incredibly irritating to me, but it is a little suspicious that he will be MIA for however long. She just said leaving us for a little bit. So that's very open to different possibilities. So I would definitely keep an eye out for him, and don't be surprised if he is on the All-Star season. I'll be pissed because I don't like the guy, but I mean, I'll still watch. In other news, we have a BB breakup. Yes, Hailey and Fessy from Big Brother 20 have finally split ways. Hailey announced on her Twitter, and I will read her announcement for you guys. It says, to all the fans, it is with a heavy heart that Fess and I have made the decision to split ways and focus on ourselves. This was not an easy decision, and we have truly tried every possible thing we could do to continue in this relationship. We are so grateful for the memories, opportunities, and the great times that we have to cherish, and will always hold a place in our hearts for the other. With both of our lives moving in different directions, the distance, the different backgrounds, and the constant pressure online, it was better for both of our mental healths to call it quits. They said no more. Like I said, Fess will always have a place in my heart. To everyone that has supported us and all of the Hailey fans, thank you a million times over. You all hold a special place in our hearts as well. We are so grateful and in love with you guys, and I hope y'all can learn to love us separately. We hope that you can respect our privacy and healing at this time. So that was the announcement that Hailey let out. The last time Fessy tweeted about them, he was basically tweeted a picture of him and Hailey in the car, and he was like, when your girl can't decide where she wants to go to eat, so you drive aimlessly. That was the tweet. I'll insert everything that I have, you guys, obviously. But yeah, they broke up, and to be honest, I don't really have an opinion about it. Like, they weren't necessarily a couple I kept up with. I was impressed that they stuck around each other and stayed in a relationship for as long as they did. They were in the Big Brother 20 house together, so that was 2 years ago, actually. Last year was 21, you know, the year before 20. That's how math works. And so they've been together ever since then. So I think that they've had a good run. If they're not into it anymore, they're not into it. I'm kind of wondering if Fessy really enjoyed his taste and all of the different options that MTV and the challenge have to offer. So he was kind of like, look, Hailey, you're hot, but I want to go see what my other options are on MTV and with the cast over there. I'm sure Nani is gonna hop on him like no other, even though she has a boyfriend, but who knows, we'll see what happens there. Anyways, I really enjoy Hailey, so I do follow her. I think she's stunning. She seems like a really great person, and from my understanding, she's in school. So girl, go get your degree, go live that kind of lifestyle if that's what you want. Me personally, I hope that she kind of starts her own YouTube and like starts vlogging or something. That I can get with. And for our last update, this is kind of like a friendship breakup, and we're going to be talking about the fight that happened between Holly and Kat and their friendship breakup.
Just stuff in her heart that she hasn't gotten over it almost a year later. I get that, but yeah, there's literally no reason why she should have brought me up in that article. But maybe she would have, honestly, actually, here's my quote. If she would have worried more about relevancy, then maybe people would have remembered her more as Holly Allen from Big Brother 21 and not Beth from Big Brother 21. So at least I can get my, and that, my friends, is show business.
That is the tea.
Now, when I say friendship, between them, it didn't really seem like they had much of one. To me, it seemed like after Big Brother, they kind of just hung out because people expected them to. Holly never seemed to really enjoy Kat in the Big Brother 21 house, and I think Kat didn't really enjoy Holly as well. I think they kind of just stuck by each other because they knew each other outside of the house, and that's kind of like, it's similar to Evil Dick and Danielle. Like, they didn't have much of a relationship. They weren't talking when they went in the house, but they did have each other's back because they knew each other outside of the house and they knew that they could trust each other. I think that might have been along the same lines as Holly and Kat. So their friendship breakup is not something that I'm surprised by at all. They just didn't seem like that great of friends to me, and I mean, I think I only saw them hang out once or twice after the season, so I don't know. But it's kind of how it happened that is the interesting part. So there's two different stories, so make up your mind which one you believe and let me know in the comment section. But according to Kat, she was like on the phone with Nick. It was like a FaceTime situation, and Jackson came into the room. Holly claimed that, no, Kat claimed that Holly, I think, was either sleeping or she left somewhere. But regardless, Kat was still awake in her room, and she was on FaceTime with Nick, and Jackson came in, and that's kind of how that happened. And then Holly came into the room and like lost her marbles, kicked Kat out of the apartment and wouldn't let her get her stuff. And I guess the cops were called. This all happened at like 3 a.m. or something. I don't know. That's according to Kat. Now, according to Holly, Holly went somewhere, she came back, and when she came back, Kat was in bed with Jackson bumping uglies. So then, of course, Holly flipped the hell out, kicked Kat out, and the cops were still called. So I feel like the only thing that they agreed on or was the same in their stories was that Kat got kicked out and the cops were called. But according to Holly, she walked in on her and Jackson bumping uglies. According to Kat, she walked in on Jackson, Kat, and Nick having a FaceTime, and she lost her shit. I don't know, but to be honest, in my opinion, I think that this is a great move for Holly. Get away from both of them. Like, if you don't like Kat, don't hang out with her. And if Jackson, we know Jackson treated her like crap in the Big Brother house. We saw it for ourselves. I always felt that Holly was better than Jackson, like, before, like, as in a general. I think that Holly's just a better person. She's kind of bitchy. She definitely, like, has her moments for sure, but the way that Jackson would treat her was awful, and I definitely didn't think that she should be with him in the first place, so that's cool. And like I said about Kat and Holly, they just didn't seem like they enjoyed each other. So if these are two people that you don't really like or should be with, then don't have anything to do with them. Same with Kat. Kat, if you don't like Holly, then don't be your friend. Kat, why the hell would you even be bumping uglies with Jackson when he treated you like shit in the house too? I don't know what is up with this guy, but these two girls have like they've had like a weird vibe towards, it's like been a weird triangle ever since they were all in the house, because as we know, Kat and Jackson hooked up before Holly and Jackson did. So I feel like that was always like a underlying issue for Holly. So I don't know. Let me know in the comment section which story you believe. From my understanding, this might have been what was the reason behind Holly and Jackson breaking up. According to rumors, Holly didn't even know that they were broken up until Jackson made a post about it. And from my understanding, Jackson moved Brett in, or whatever his name, Brent? Is it Brett or Brent? I don't know. I never liked the guy, so I don't keep up with his name. But he was on Big Brother 20 as well. According to rumors, Jackson moved Brett in to his apartment with Holly and locked Holly the hell out. They refused to let her get her shit, and that is why Holly has been couch surfing. If you've seen on her stories, she's always on someone's couch, and I don't know, seems like a lot of drama that if it were happening to me, I would not be able to keep my mouth shut about and like keep it hidden. Like if Jackson did that kind of shit to me, kicked me out of my own apartment and is withholding my belongings from me, it'd be a big issue, and I would be slamming his ass on social media. So there's that. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about the stuff that we talked about in today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.